Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Vol Report. As I am Giovinazzi, Chief Operating Officer of OptionPit.com, welcoming you to what is a lovely Thursday. Our Option Pit Condor intensive class. So it'll be Iron Condors, basically just how to sell volatility. It'll be an intro to kind of our masterclass series, which will be a vol selling class. What did I say? Thursday? Oh, is it Happy Wednesday? I live in Maine. I never know what day it is. I never leave my house. My chat room is making fun of me, which is normal. Anyway, it will be next Saturday, May 6th at 9:30 a.m. if you want to learn how to sell vol. Even when the volatility is relatively low, we will talk about hedging your iron condors as well. Also, we have if you're an Option Pit subscriber, you're invited to attend our Pro Trader Summit. Yes, it costs a lot of money, but we feed you, we go to games, we do all kinds of cool stuff, and we have a lot of great speakers. All right. Our event is at the CBOE. It is a great time. We'll go down to the floor. There'll be mock trading, all kinds of stuff like that. All righty. And you will learn something. You'll learn from people that help develop the VIX. You'll learn M&A trading from guys that actually trade the ARB. And it's a fantastic excuse to visit Chicago, probably in the best month that Chicago has, which is June. As a former trader there, June was one of my favorite months. All right, let's go to the markets, which are still operational. Now let's see the effort. So there's a lot of news on taxes, tax breaks, all of that kind of stuff. The SPX after two I would say pretty large days, rocketing up. The one story that really hasn't changed besides the realized vol is now a little bit higher because we had two up days. Not on interest rates, not on anything goofy, just good old-fashioned post-European euphoria. May 7th. The cycle that you want to keep an eye on is the May 8th cycle for the SPX. If there will be a bid into these French elections, probably the vol holds on this thing. We'll look at some time spreads in here today if anything looks really interesting. There might be a little opportunity for some of that. We can price those today because I think this probably will hold up. As much as everybody faded it the last time after the election, there was still it's enough that there wasn't, they just didn't sell the vol off prior to. So we'll take a look at that today. The big story, this is a running joke in our chat room, of course, but Twitter managed to make money. It's only 1/1/4, what is it? 1/120th as valuable as Facebook. Twitter's worth $15 billion, and what's Facebook worth? Let's see. $10 billion, and Facebook's worth $250 billion. So you figure out which company is run better, but Twitter clearly a lot cheaper. Also, Twitter, Snapchat, right? Oh, it's Snap, right? SNAP. I wonder if there's a pair in there somehow. I don't know. Maybe we'll look at that today. Snapchat's worth twice what Twitter is. 2.5 times, actually, almost. As far as vol goes, the vol products try to make a little move. They're all slightly higher. VIX futures are all slightly higher. Why are they slightly higher? Mostly because they have been totally annihilated up until now. We have today's Wednesday morning, so we're going to have settlement this morning. It looks like it might have been. Did they mark it down? Well, I'll see what the opening print was. But at a 1080 VIX, vol can go down a little bit more, not a lot more. That's the bottom line there. Just not a ton more. That's what we have on that. So as far as VIX goes, as VIX creeps down, the vol premium is, I would say, it's about normal at this point. it is still, and it could be substantial if VIX continues to just sort of drop into the low tens. So there's still a lot of decay in the vol products, things like that. Sectors that really have not given up. The banks seem destined to go back to their former highs. For whatever reason, they're still one of the stronger areas, as is technology. We're waiting for all of the big earnings. The fact that Twitter is a social media company and investors liked it. I don't know if the earnings were super great, but it was definitely better than they have been in the past. And now we're looking for all the big guns are coming out this week. We have Microsoft, Google, and I think in a large way that either will propel us higher, although Google is, I believe, trading at all-time highs on the strength that their earnings might be fantastic. I mean, I just remember trading 830 not very long ago. Yep. Yeah. Well, 2 weeks ago. The market, at least for technology stocks, is expecting big things. We're also going to price some longer-term volatility in Apple as well. Why? Apple hasn't really moved a whole lot. We had that last earnings cycle. It was great. But overall, it hasn't really moved much in a month and a half, 2 months. And we can start pricing some of that term structure out there. 18 vol for June. There's obviously Vega risk in there because the vol can get down to 16. We'll see how all that prices out. There might be something there. But at this point, Apple still could move $5 or $6. It's possible. Anyway, with that, everything else looks about the same. We've got a market that's kind of sitting around, and the vol futures are sort of deciding what to do at this point. All they can really do is decay until VIX starts creeping down. Now, if we continue to have SPX march up and VIX keeps going down, I still think that's pretty bullish. The speed with which they took VIX down, at least for now, I still think is bullish. And that's what we have for a market at this point. All right. And with that, I will see many of you in our chat room later. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.